Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's One Piece Treasure Cruise video we are going to do a preparation guide for the upcoming Treasure Map vs Kanjuro. A very annoying treasure map to team build around. Things keep getting worse and worse unfortunately, but I have built teams without using the new bats, the Treasure Map bats, Okikuizo and the new Treasure Map rare recruits. Not even as friend captains actually, because they are going to be pretty hard to find, but I also did not use Vidwoden, Denjiro Kinemon and also their bats. Now I have only used Kinemon Denjiro as a friend captain in the Intrusion Battle because it is a very hard boss, but other than that, no new bats at all. Of course, if you do have the new bats, try using them wherever they are helpful, and also try using characters with high multipliers as friend captains so you can have an easier time in the treasure map. Without further ado, let's prepare for the annoying treasure map vs Kanjuro. The first mini-boss is Drake and he will be int, and for this team everyone gets a special cooldown reduction for this battle actually, and in stage number 3, 5 turns of bottom row bind and 3 turns of middle row unit paralysis. The boss will also have full immunity. My team here is using the new free-to-play Final Tap Kaido as double captain because of his good multiplier, but if you are planning to use him in the battle versus Black Maria, you can replace him as captain with another unit. This is not a hard quest anyway, but I am going to use him here and I will make adjustments if needed when we learn more information about what Black Maria does turn 1. There he can be helpful to remove the beneficial effects, which probably will be low, and here he is just for the multiplier, and he can of course also give us matching slots and boost our damage. The important utility units in this team are Treasure Map Mugiwara 56 Luffy and Wapol, who can remove bind and paralysis respectively. So if you want to replace this Luffy, you can do so by running a unit that removes bind from your bottom row. The missing unit will be the upcoming Treasure Map Kanjuro when I get him, and Garp is here just as a placeholder. You can use whichever unit helps you, and if you have a driven one with a high multiplier, you can use that one because it will be boosted by Kaido. The point boost for this specific team, if you do not make captain changes, will be 4.10. The next mini boss is another int one, specifically Who's Who, and here the special cooldown reduction is for Slasher, Free Spirit and Shooter characters. In stage number 3, Who's Who will turn all of your slots to either unfavorable, empty or block. He will give you 8 turns of top row bind and 5 turns of special bind for everyone. He will also gain delay immunity. For this team I am using Treasure Map Legend Bon Clay as double captain, but he is not necessary. He is mainly here because he is a very strong side captain, but also because he removes block slots. So if you replace him as captain, just make certain you can remove those block slots. Then we have Rayleigh and Gaban to not only get an ore boost, but to also remove the special bind from everyone. Sanji and Smoothie Oven are just here to boost our damage, and then to remove the bind along with sockets, we have Dogstorm's army, who of course are replaceable by a unit who can remove the bind from our captains. Pretty straightforward team. Without Bon Clay, just make sure you have matching slots. With Bon Clay though, you can do up to 160 million damage approximately, and the point boost will be 3.96 times, not the highest. The next mini boss is Strength Sasaki, and here Dex Q and Int characters will get special cooldown reduction. In stage number 3, we will get 5 turns of attack down and 5 turns of paralysis. If the chain multiplier is above 3, then we will have 90% attack down, the enemy will gain delay immunity and also 5 turns of resilience. My team here will be using Treasure Map Perospero as double captain. He can deal with not only the resilience, but also with the chain lock to be under 3 times, so we do not get extra attack down. Then Hyogoro can give us a color affinity boost and some matching slots. Pedro and the Oniwabasu can deal with attack down. Pedro will remove it for 3 turns and the Oniwabasu by the remaining 2. And then Pedro can also remove paralysis by 3 turns, and Fortnite Ann can completely remove the remaining paralysis. If you do not have Treasure Map Pedro, you need to find a way to remove paralysis and attack down. You can use Kizuna Chopper here, it is recommended as well, but I am using him in another battle, so I won't be doing that, but you can also use different supports if you would like. Generally, we need to remove paralysis in a lot of stages in this treasure map, which is extremely annoying. This team though does not need any specific supports or sockets, and the point boost it can provide is 4.76 times. The next mini boss is Q Black Maria, and the special cooldown reduction goes to Driven, Slasher and Free Spirit characters. In stage number 3 here, we will get 8 turns of Captain Despair, then 3 turns of a low attack boost and a low war boost, and the enemy will also gain delay immunity. Now, the interesting thing here is that Black Maria interrupts slot change, and then she randomizes the slots to type slots, but she also gains a barrier. On top of that, when defeated, she will recover fully to maximum HP and get now. Now this boss here is created around V26 plus Doflamingo, and that is all fine and dandy. The problem is that we do not know what Black Maria does turn 1. That is a huge issue because since she revives to maximum HP, if she has an annoying turn 1 debuff, we don't know about it and we cannot prepare for it. So take my team with a grain of salt, it might need changes in the future. That's why I'm saying that the new Final Tap free-to-play Kaido might be needed in this team. Once again, extremely poor job by Bandai delivering the information for the stage, but my team here is indeed using double 6 plus V2 Doflamingo as captain, and my strategy is the following. I want to activate V2 Treasure Map Kaido's special and attack with him last in stage number 2, so then I can activate one Doflamingo and take care of Black Maria in one turn. Then, when she revives, we are going to activate Rhodium BB to remove the despair and also get a chain boost, and then we can activate other units to get other boosts like Blackbeard to boost our stats and also Tashigi to get a color affinity boost. What I do not know is if the interruption carries over after the revive, and we do not also know what she does when she revives in turn 1, because if she gives us bind for example, we do not have a way to deal with that with this team, so we need changes. On top of that, if let's say later on the low attack boost and or boost proves to be a problem for damage because the other boosts are not enough, then we also need someone to remove beneficial effects, and that will be free-to-play Final Tap Kaido, who I have used in the Drake team. In that case, we need to change around the 2 Kaidos possibly, because we cannot have 2 Kaidos in one team, and that also means that the strategy with this Dex Treasure Map V2 Kaido won't be viable anymore, and we need to change it up. No one knows what will happen, we have to wait and see on the first day of the treasure map, and I will present a different team if needed on my quick playthrough guide. Now this team here also needs maximum despair sockets to deal with despair, and then the point boost it can provide is 4.81. The main boss of this treasure map will be Ulti and Page 1. They will be strength, but we do not know what the stage 2 mini-boss will be, we will have to learn, and in battle 1, special cooldown reduction gets applied to Dex, Q and Psi units. In stage number 2, 5 turns of attack down and 5 turns of paralysis are applied, and the funny thing to me is that these exact 2 debuffs also get applied in another battle, so we cannot have 2 choppers and use them twice. We need to choose one battle, so I choose this one to use chopper for, and the boss will also gain delay immunity, we don't care. In stage number 3, 8 turns of paralysis to everyone, just because the new Treasure Map Legend loves paralysis and they remove it for 10 turns as captains, paralysis is all over the place. All of our slots will be turned to non-matching, the enemy will gain delay immunity and also 5 turns of threshold. Again, we see that the boss has interruption, and this time it is to a slot boost. If you give a slot boost, you will get a 50% HP cut and all of your beneficial effects will be removed. Nothing crazy, but there's a pretty easy way to deal with that, and we will see just right now how. This is my team. I am using double V2 Aokiji as captain. If you want more damage, you can use a combination of captains, like for example, a friend captain Bon Clay maybe if you do not use him in another team, or even V2 Oden, and of course, the new captain Izo and Okiku. You can definitely clear earlier on with double V2 Aokiji though. The rest of the team uses Colosseum Gyokimaru to remove paralysis in the final stage, then free-to-play Sai Straw Hat Nami to also remove paralysis in the final stage, then we have Mugiwara 56 Treasure Map free-to-play Zorojuro to remove Threshold in the final stage, and the newest Kizuna Chopper to deal with both the attack down and the paralysis in stage number 2. One Aokiji captain can help us get matching slots and an attack boost in the final stage, and the other can do the same, but for stage number 2, the mini-boss stage. My strategy here is to activate the Captain V2 Aokiji in the final stage, and because he shuffles our slots, Support Flambe will give us an ore boost. So then, when we activate Zoro to remove Threshold, his ore boosting special won't go through because we already have an ore boost and supports are not interruptible, and we won't have a problem with the interruption, and we will also get an ore boost for our Sai units. Because I only have one Q unit on the team and the main boss is Strength, to have more color advantage I am using a color affinity boosting support, which is not necessary. It is rare recruit ace by the way, but he is not necessary, he is only here for extra damage. You can remove him if you miss him or just want to use a friend captain or maybe even a different team. For replacements, I don't think they are necessary simply because literally every sub in this team is a free-to-play unit, but for the order of the special activation, you need to activate one Aokiji and Chopper in stage 2, and everyone else with Aokiji being first, your Captain Aokiji, in stage number 3. This team with double Aokiji can do around 10 million damage. It will be more with Color Affinity Ace support and Flambe Ore boosting support, but I just cannot calculate it, and the point boost will be 4.43 times. For the Intrusion Battle, we are going to go against Kanjuro, who will be Strength, and Slasher Free Spirit with shooter characters will have their special cooldown reduced at the start of the battle. Now in stage number 2, we do not know the color or the name of the mini-boss, but we know that they will gain defense down immunity. They will apply attack down to us if our chain multiplier is below 2.5 times, and they will also gain 4 turns of damage reduction and increased defense. In stage number 3, we will have a 70% HP cut for our HP, and then 6 turns of Special Bind, 3 turns of a Lock Chain multiplier at 1.1 times, and the enemy will also gain delay immunity. Kanjuro on defeat will deal 80,000 damage to us, which is actually a ton of damage. My team for this battle, again as captain, uses V2 Aokiji. Not as double captain this time unfortunately, we need to use Kinemon and Denjiro, simply because we need someone to remove defense up and damage reduction in stage 2. Kinemon and Denjiro do it, they are perfect here, because they can also give us a Wano slot guaranteed on them and extra damage. The rest of the team uses Treasure Map Hyogoro, who can be used both in stage 2 and in stage 3 to give you a color affinity boost and of course boost your damage. Then we have Colosseum Jinbe, who will help us survive the 80,000 HP damage by giving us Threshold. Treasure Map Perospero will give us a 3-turn chain lock, not only helping us bypass the attack down by having our chain at 2.75 times, but also help us evade the chain lock at 1.1 times in stage number 3. He also has the 3 Sweet Commander support to reduce Special Bind and then help Rayleigh and Gaban completely resist it and remove it for the rest of the crew. They will also give us an ore boost. The 3 Sweet Commanders are necessary because without them we cannot remove Special Bind at all and we need to stall one turn. Without knowing what turn 1 Kanjuro does, I cannot advise you to do that. For the special order, in stage number 2, after you have entered the quest as Kinemon, you swap to Denjiro and you activate him, and then you also activate Perospero. In stage number 3, you activate Aokiji for a full board of matching slots, Hyogoro for more damage, Jinbe to get the threshold, but of course, first, before all of those, you need to activate Rayleigh and Gaban to actually free everyone from Special Bind. I cannot exactly calculate the maximum damage output for this team, but it will probably be over 15 million, and the point boost is 4.76 times. And these are my teams and strategies for Treasure Map vs Kanjuro without using any units from the new batches. If you have any questions, feel free to tell me in the comments down below and I will do my best to help. I will also do a quick playthrough guide, maybe with changes in the teams when the Treasure Map arrives, so definitely subscribe to not miss out on that. If you enjoyed these videos, of course, leave a like, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.